Welcome back to GMA3, everybody. In the wake of that leaked Supreme Court draft decision, we're left to speculate now how individual states will legislate abortion. Should Roe v. Wade be overturned and power over this issue is returned to the states?
At least 13 states have already passed preemptive trigger laws which would ban abortion immediately should the high court overturn Roe v. Wade. We are joined now by the governor of one of those states, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Governor Hutchinson, welcome back to GMA3. And the Arkansas trigger law bans abortion with an exception to protect the life of the mother, but it does not offer exceptions in cases of rape or incest. You have expressed reservations about leaving out those exceptions. So my question to you is, why did you sign this trigger law, and what are your plans if that trigger law, as it's currently written, goes into effect?
I signed that law because I've signed all pro-life legislation, but also while I have always advocated for the exceptions of rape and incest as well, it was the will of the legislature that was clear that they wanted to pass that as is in the trigger law, so I signed it. Now, I think if the Supreme Court does go down that path of reversing Roe versus Wade, the debate is going to continue on those exceptions, and every state's going to make a different determination based upon the values of that state and how the public feels about it. And that's really, I think, what our Constitution is designed from the beginning, is to return that authority to the states.
Can you help us understand who is going to make the determination of the medical emergency, given that there are plenty of times and doctors will recommend that a woman not carry a child to term or even not get pregnant because that could be a threat to that woman's life if she carries moving forward. So those are reasons, but you all might not see that as a medical emergency. Who makes that determination? And can we see prosecutors taking doctors onto trial and the debate ends up being, was it a medical emergency or not?
Well, that's an important point in that our trigger law does not penalize the woman. It's not a criminal offense for the woman. The penalties go to the doctor that makes the decision or causes the abortion to go forward. That would be a violation of the law. You know, whenever you have the health exception, that's a very broad term that would open up really abortion in many, many more circumstances. And so the value determination is life versus life. And of course, you want to protect the life of the mother in those circumstances. And this is going to be determined in different ways and defined in different ways by the states. Again, if the law which right now would be the life of the mother at risk. If that needs to be broad, that'll be a part of the debate. But right now the legislature has said, and I support that the exception should be the life of the mother. I would add in the exceptions of rape and incest as well, because those are criminal offenses.
And we want to ask as well, Governor, look, I think your Attorney General was answering questions not too long ago and saying what we're going to do here, look, if abortion is not going to be an option for a lot of women in the state of Arkansas, then we want to increase resources in other ways to help. But it's a state, and it's my home state, but it is below the average or above the national average when it comes to poverty rates. Maternal mortality rates are some of the lowest, or the worst, I should say, in the country. And you've seen a spike in foster care children over the past few years. What resources are you going to be able, given that, to help women if now abortion is not going to be an option moving forward?
Well, thanks, TJ. And first, over the last 7 years, we've invested more in health care access, in maternal health, in adoption services, in foster care services. So it's not like we want to start now and to do this, but we need to continue to enhance that. And if you have more children that are born under these circumstances, you want to be able to protect that maternal health and to provide the services that are needed. And we're asking right now for a waiver from CMS so that we can expand those kind of services in our rural hospitals across this state. Hopefully we can get that. We want to invest in that. It's critically important that we talk about the life of the unborn, but we also want to make sure that the mom is healthy, that they have every chance to succeed, and that they have the services that are needed, and that's a high priority.
Finally, Governor, you've been very vocal about not wanting former President Trump to lead this country again. In fact, you've gone so far as to say that running for president yourself is, quote, an option that's on the table, even if former President Trump decides to run. In what direction would you lead the Republican Party?
Well, first of all, the issues in this fall election is the economy. With baby formula shortages, with supply chain issues, with inflation, it is about the economy, and we have to address that. And I've got a good record here in Arkansas, but I want to take our country in the direction of problem solving. It is not about the past. It's not about the past election. It is about solving the problems of the future and having an America that is strong on the world stage, but enhances freedom here, that pushes the private sector to excel more, and that we're a country that's based upon our goodness and that the world sees the goodness of America. And that's what we should be talking about this election and in the future, and that's what I want to represent. We'll see where that message goes. We're not going to make any decision, obviously, until after the 2022 election.
Oh, okay. Well, we had our fingers crossed. We thought you were going that direction. We thought the announcement was coming right now, Governor. Governor Hutchinson, we always appreciate, again, you've always been great and come back and being a guest on our show, so we absolutely appreciate it, and we'll certainly expect to see you down the road, okay?
Hey, great. Good to be with you today. Thank you.